Holy shit. Holy shit. That's all I can say. We've been expecting this. I told you that there's going to be the dump, but it's overwhelming to see how many of you actually got regged and liquidated and not happy about this. And I was really sad waking up today morning because I gave everything yesterday. Like I was literally screaming into your face, and I was been telling you that there was gonna be, I tweeted about it, and I was telling you that you should position yourself in a way. We took profits 25, 30%, and I told you to take 50% when we break below. And yeah, so the dump came, and even though I was screaming from the top of my lungs, people didn't seem to take advantage of it, or they just didn't seem to move on this. And the market looks absolutely horrible. Like if you look at this, we're down about 12% on most, 15% on most tokens. And that's today only. Gala down 15, Lido down 13, 14, IOTA 14. So it's actually a complete bloodbath. Now, I explained yesterday this very important, and I got DMs and I got people commenting and whatever, that this person said this and this person said that. And if you look, I tweeted this, and I want you to go back and watch this video if you haven't watched the show yesterday. And on this video, I explained correctly that you have to figure out what you want to follow, because when these things happen, you don't, in the Navy SEALs, they say, when you are under pressure, you don't raise to the occasion. You fall back to the level of your training. And if you're not trained to outlast these crises and these massive dumps, which is, I think we might just be at the beginning, it can really, really hurt you mentally, financially, whatnot. So the market is down. It's not only crypto, but it's everything. The S&P is down 75 points, erasing basically everything. 625 billion market cap, everything that has been going on this year. Checking crypto is absolutely done as well. About 1.6 billion open interest valued on Bitcoin and about 1 billion on ETH. Liquidations at about 600, 700 million. So everybody's completely wrecked and everybody's completely done. And I see these posts, and it actually pisses me off when guys like Jakob post this, and he's like, oh my God, there is a trend line that got touched 2 times previously, and it's an 8-year trend line, and we're gonna reject. And he's marking this as like 30,000 Bitcoin. Like, this is complete fucking garbage, okay? So I just want to give you on this show a little bit of hope into and not hope, just thumb-sucking hope, but like really tell you what I think, what is going to happen, why I'm going to position myself at 95,000 Bitcoin and potentially lower 85, 80, $87,000 Bitcoin, and how I'm going to play this so you do not have to suffer from the whole thing. So I'm going to give you complete guidance on what I'm doing with my own money. I think we did quite good previously. So if you like this content, please just smash the like button, obliterate the like button. In fact, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be here all week and potentially next week as well. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe, and I bring you the best alpha in industry. For example, stuff like this that I tweeted on the 6th of January, way before the whole nuke. So if that sounds good, do that, and we're going to jump into the show. We're going to do some token analysis. We're going to do some random news. We're going to do your token calls and much more. I'm commenting now from another account. Bruv. Good, Hassan. Good. What's up, Banter? What's happening? USD data killing markets again. We're going to talk about it. Let's go into this. What did really happen? Well, what happened yesterday was there was announcements on job openings. ISM services as well coming higher. Inflation, it projects inflation increasing as well. And then we had the JOLTS opening as well, which is the job openings in the United States. How many jobs are open? If more jobs are open, that means more people are about to be hired, more people, more, the economy is booming. And that leads in inflation in wages as well. And the reason why this is a problem is because the last FOMC, we did not get a rate cut, and there was projections that potentially we're not going to get a rate cut in January either, because the inflation numbers are not cooling. So as you see here, the numbers, as I talked about just now, came in 259,000 higher. Plus, the October job openings were revised, so they revised these numbers and were rounded up to about 100,000 more than what they were initially expecting. Now, again, what does this mean? This basically means that there is inflation. The economy is still booming. But I have a completely different take. And the take is that Trump is coming into office and everything is pricing in, whether it's crypto or whatever, everything is pricing in a Trump, a very booming, strong Trump economy. Whether that's, like, obviously, the Republicans were always good for the markets, but in general, a Trump presidency, a businessman who has no other interest than just freaking doing it, coming in here, has a very high potential of turning things around, and that would be very good for the economy. But I actually can't explain to you why people think that way, but there is a 95% probability that we're not going to get a rate cut January. Now, if inflation is high, there is no rate cut. If there is no rate cut, it's still expensive to borrow money. And then if it's expensive to borrow money, then there is no money in the economy because you can't spend. People don't borrow, they don't spend, they don't hire, they don't expand, and so on. They don't invest. That's the basic TLDR of why this is bad. Now, the fact that it's sitting at 95% bothers me for a couple of reasons. One, Trump said explicitly that interest rates are far too high. Now, the last time Trump said something like that it was too high, was the dollar back in 2017 under his presidency as well. And this is what the dollar did afterwards. Okay? So if you look back here, the fact that Trump is saying that interest rates are too high translates for me that there needs to be a reduction in interest rates. There needs to be a cut. Now, I want you to take notice here. One is that the FOMC is happening on the 29th of January, okay? 29th. Can you remind me what day is inauguration? Yes, it's the 20th. So there's 9 days Trump in office with full force. There is no way we're not going to get a dovish JP. Trump is just simply not going to let this happen. He's not going to let this happen because this is the best economy in the world. And it's not going to happen that JP comes in here and he does his job. Now, if he, aligns with Trump, it's going to be fine. But if not, So what's going to happen, in my opinion, it's going to be 20th, going to be the inauguration. And I do think that even if we're not going to get a cut, we do have a very, very dovish JP, which is going to be good for the markets. But what is interesting is, and what is important here's my stance. Last major correction before the parabola. Okay, the parabola, whatever. Parabola, okay? So this is the last dip. Now, last dip doesn't mean that the local bottom is in. Last dip doesn't mean that it's over. Last dip doesn't mean that it can't last 2-3 weeks. But I'm telling you, you know what? I'm promising you that this is the last opportunity you're going to get these dips to buy up, okay? So before we're going to have I remember, and if you go onto my X profile, you will see I have it pinned here. I'll remove this because it doesn't make any sense now because 6 months passed. But I said, promise you within 6 months, you will feel horrible for not buying Bitcoin at 56,000, ETH at 3,000, Solana at 125. I posted this in July, bro. Most of these coins are doubled, okay? I'm telling you the same thing. You will feel horrible for not buying on this dip. I'll go into the charts and I'll explain to you exactly why. But I can go into like the fact that every January, between the 5th and the 6th, we usually had the bottom. So if you look here, you will see every single January started like this, and then we mooned. I can also talk about the fact that the RSI dropped most at oversold levels, blah 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 blah. But most important thing is zoom the F out. Zoom out. We have a Trump presidency. We are going to get rate cuts. We are going to get the halving cycle resorts that always come. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Nothing really does matter unless we have a war or something. We are going to get all the numbers, and we are going to see a massive push. Zoom out and try to forget the fact that we have, and again, I know some of you are hurting. We're going to look into the charts, but forget the fact that this is like the world is ending now. This is gonna be, oh my God, and we have two months to make all this money. You have long time. You have first of all 6 to 8 months in this cycle, but also you have time to make life-changing gains later as well. Do not start rushing. People, while you're panicking, by the way, loading up. So 𝗙𝗢𝗙𝗏, a public company, just clipped in $1 million into Bitcoin. Czech Republic Central Bank considers purchasing Bitcoin. Mysterious will buying $13 million worth of Popcat and $900,000 worth of 𝗙𝗛𝗙 and then $400,000 worth of Michi, and clipping into these crazy things. The inflows were 52 million, but if you look at IBIT, You know, BlackRock, people at BlackRock know how to tell you to hold. If people at BlackRock, the inflows into the IBIT, so BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF was 600 million. If they don't sell, if they don't, that means their advisors are saying hold. And if BlackRock tells you to hold, what do? You hold. You hold. It's just that simple. So Fidelity says that there will be obviously more nations, and there's a bunch of cool news. So that leads me to my point. What should you do? Okay? Very simple. 1, keep your 3 to 5x leverage positions open and add margin every 6 to 10%. Again, yesterday, go into my X profile and watch this video. There's a link in the description. Go and watch this video that I posted today because it's important. If you say, oh, but I don't have more margin and I'm down 70% on my portfolio, you have to look at the people who you followed and you have to reevaluate whether you should do the same next. It's that simple. I can't help you if you don't have, and I know it sounds harsh, and I know people will say, oh, you fucker. I can't. If you do not have more money to add because you had bad decisions, you made bad decisions, and you don't have more money to add to margin in your 75% of your portfolio, the only thing you can do is either 1, cut your position, take the loss, and just take it again when the market starts picking up, or pray. Genuinely, I can't help you if you don't have the margin to add. But if you followed my lead, if you've been on the shows, if you came back, if you followed me on X, you followed the notifications turned on and whatever, the best thing you can do, we've been waiting for this, is to go on 3 to 5x leverage and add to your positions. I'm down 6 figures on this dip, but it's fine because we had it planned. We planned the trade, we planned the trade, we trade the plan. So 1, add. I know it sounds scary. I know people are calling for lower. I know. And that's good. That's good. Buy. Okay? And if you've taken a hedge short, if you did, I closed 50% of my hedge shorts. I'm never talking about my shorts in the bull market because I don't think it's smart to do if you don't know what you're doing. But if you have taken a hedge short, close them because I do think there is a temporary bounce coming. Let's look at the chart because I think that's what everybody... Also, let me just do a quick check-in here, just a very, very fast because I want to see how you guys doing. Looks like Rune will go down to the July prices. I told you about Rune yesterday going down. It's down 15% since. Getting close to the discount zone, 295 on the daily. Should we close our positions now if there is more cash? No. Never. Don't. Let me be very clear here. Do not close your positions if you have money to add margin. If you can't get liquidated. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything I say on this show is a blueprint of what I'm doing with my own money. Okay? I analyze the news. I make it simple for you. I make sure that you can get the trades in. I make sure that you understand the charts. And I make sure that you understand where the market is heading. And I'm telling you what I'm doing with my own money. Okay? So I'm telling you, I'm down 6 figures on this dip. I've been waiting for this 6-figure loss in this dip. I knew that it was happening. I don't know if it's coming 10%, 15%, 20%. I don't know if it's going to last a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but I know that this was the part of the plan. And I'm trading the plan. So do not bail out now. Don't. If you've been going through. What are you smiling at, cuz? What's happening?
You are having a 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗟𝗧 moment.
A 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗦 moment. There is no second best.
Yeah, just buy.
There is no second best. Buy. Okay, when we close, it's horse piss. No. It's like a vitamin drink. When we close our shorts, I closed 50-60%. Good entries for spot bags now or wait. Good, bro. Good, Omar. Buy. I think so. Major coins. Don't buy fucking big bud NFTs, but like buy proper stuff. Smash those likes. I love the way they say all said is coming. One day ago, buy AI. I don't know who you're referring to. They, Colin. I'm happy to see you on the show, but please be respectful because I've been telling the people yesterday and I've been tweeting about the fact that it's coming. So go back, Colin, do some homework and come back again. I'm very happy to see you here. Your ear target this run. Let's look at the charts because I think that's what people want to see. So here's the thing. I tweeted this as well, okay? I tweeted this. And I said, the pump will come, but it might take weeks. 295 is the target on total. But since we close above the 4 hour, I'm going to show you that. Wouldn't surprise me to see the reversal around here. So this is the picture I've tweeted. And we were here. And this is the first error is still my highest probability outcome. Here's what I'm thinking. I do think we are revert. If we don't revert, 2 main scenarios. Okay. 1, This is a very, very strong order block. Why? Because if you look here, I'm on the 4-hour chart. A market structure shift is a higher high. So you have something like this, and you have to see, you make a high, you make a low, you make a lower, higher low, you make a lower low, higher low, whatever. No, you make a high, you make a low. You make a lower high, you make a lower low. You make a lower high, you make a lower low. And so when you see a higher high on this, this is what we call a market structure shift. The structure of the market, which is higher, lower, low, lower, high, is shifting into a higher high. And then we got a retest. And then after this retest, we have a higher high, confirming a 4-point structure and therefore confirming a continuation or a complete reverser on this and a higher target. Now, this is exactly what I think could be happening now. So the bullish scenario, and you as a trader, someone came in here very smartly and said, oh, so you're telling me the market can go up and down. Yes, bitch, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't have like a crystal ball that will tell you where the market is going with 100% certainty. If you find someone that tells you with 100% certainty where the market is going, don't trust them. Not for a bit, okay? So I can tell you scenarios, and then we play it, as I always say, step by step. So once you look at, I told you, I marked this level, and I said 3.54 trillion. You can look back on the shows. Literally, this is the level that I marked. This is exactly the level where we reversed. But here's another level. Usually, you need to have at least 3 candles to confirm a strong level. You have 1, 2, 3 green candles here. And that means that this level here on the 4-hour chart is a very strong supply zone. Very strong level to see a reversal, okay? So that means the fact that we closed above, it's not only that we took liquidity and just wicked through, we closed above this level. That's a very, very strong indication that we are going to see a market structure shift. And this counts as a 4-hour market structure shift. Okay, so while we have a 4-hour low here, a 4-hour high, and then we have a 4-hour low, you could say it's a lower low, but this could be considered a high as well. We don't know because of the imbalance in the market, so it's not like a very clear thing, because I can say low, high, so I can go exactly like this because it's not as clear as here. But this is what we have to see. If this is a strong level, then this is just a retest to the market structure shift that I just explained above, and we need to see a push, okay? Whether that is a relief rally or it's the beginning of the massive run, I do not know. My only job is the following. I have to know, where do I look for a reversal? And I look for a reversal here. If I see a reversal in this gray box, this is what we call an order block. There are a bunch of people who push the price up from here. You see from this level, we had an 11-12% pump on the total. That's like $400 billion worth of move. So if you consider the fact that this level here was so tempting to a lot that it pushed up $400 billion into the industry, you can see a reversal here, and the same buyers can start getting in. What am I looking for? The following: a 15-minute market structure shift. How does that look? Well, you have a high here, which is this level, and we very, very nicely reject on this, right? So we did the same. We had the high here, we came, we rejected, we have this high, and then obviously this is like the stronger high also on the hourly, I believe. Yes, and then you reject from these levels. What you want to see is, first of all, a 15-minute market structure shift, which, let me just look at the session liquidity. Yeah, so what could happen is that we liquidate these lows, and then you see a higher high, a clear higher high. This is what you need to see in this region, a higher high on the 15-minute, and then you need to see a higher high on the hourly, which would be currently sitting up here in the Asia high, 3.33 trillion. If you see a higher high on the 15-minute here in any of these regions, very important, before closing below the 3.16 trillion, okay? 3.16 trillion here. Don't close below. I mark it as DP, like decision point, but I'm gonna also write here so people know to hold. It's very important to hold. So before we go below the 3.16 trillion mark, if we see a market structure shift, something like this, which I think is going to happen, but again, I'm not a fortune teller, but if we see this, long the F out of everything. Everything, because whether it's a retrace to higher places like here, or whether it's the beginning of the massive push, again, I don't know, but the fact that we have to get to 3.45 trillion is almost a guarantee. So if you see a lower time frame market, just to summarize, bullish scenario, we do have a reversal here. What confirms this is a 15-minute market structure shift, a higher high before closing below the 3.16 trillion mark on the hourly chart. Once you see this, long everything, I do think that the next target is going to be all the way up here, 3.43, and then we take it level by level from there. What is the bearish scenario? The bearish scenario is scary because if you go onto the daily, what it will show you is that markets always retrace 50%. Again, if you don't know who I am, by the way, hi. My name is Fefe. I bring you alpha like this. I bring you random news. I keep you updated every single day on here and on my X profile. You can just look at the chat. People, I see a lot of people. We have like 1,100 people watching. For those of you who are coming back in here, can you guys just please just write in what you think of the shows very simply so people can see if they should just come back and follow and whatever that is. I will scroll here. I would truly appreciate that. But let me just read some comments until then. I'm buying Burr. That's good. Fefe is getting frustrated with all these new follows. No. I think it's good. They are just hurt. You know, they have to free them from the matrix. I genuinely mean it. 50 retrace. Your name to me is Milo. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗪 is awesome. Okay. Now, you know, I'm gonna do this as well, and I'm gonna be like, oh no, guys, stop. No, I didn't think it was gonna be like this, but anyway. So just make sure to do that. Subscribe to the channel, come back every single day, and make sure to follow me on X. There's a link in the description to my X profile. You can find it here. You get a lot of alpha. So with that said, the bearish scenario is that we usually come, I always say that we come back 50%, right? Well, the first 50% target would be 2.95 trillion. I genuinely mean this will hold considering the fact that Trump is coming into office, whatever. So 2.95 trillion, that means that we should come back to this level to complete a full equilibrium. And that means that we should see an accumulation here and then a moon from there. So sub 2.95 trillion in the total market cap, definitely in the cards. That's about $85,000 to $87,000 of Bitcoin, which we're going to look at soon. The bad case scenario is that we look at it on the weekly and we always retrace on the weekly. If we look here, this was painful, right? So this was like proper painful in the middle of the bull market, 50-60% retrace here. So if we get this, that would mean that we're going all the way down to the 2.7 trillion region, which is 75 to 77,000 on Bitcoin. Can happen. Now, the most likely scenario, what would need to happen for us to confirm this? Well, a close below the 3.13 trillion is definitely something that you should pay attention to. If we close below on the 4-hour chart, below the 3.06, but we're almost there then. So if we close below there, it doesn't even matter. You're probably going to wick through. And it happens. That's why it's very important to not get liquidated. Now, here is how I'm playing this. Okay, very important. I'm playing it by layering in on 2 to 3 to 5x leverage positions. Now you see me taking 10x leverage positions. Do not do that. I'm telling you exactly how I'm playing this, but I want you to be protected. I'm doing this because I can add margin anytime. Okay, so I'm not concerned about liquidation, but if someone has $1,000, $10,000, whatever that is, and they have it all in their trading account, you should not take a 10x leverage position with your whole account, no matter who says. And then people will tell you, oh, but leverage up, and no. They don't understand leverage. Okay, it's very simple. If the market goes down 10%, you get liquidated. It's very simple. So you want to take a 3x leverage position with 70% of your account, and that means the market needs to go down 60% from this level for you to get liquidated, okay? So you need to make sure you do not get liquidated. If you believe the bull market is here to stay, this is the strategy I would recommend. This is the strategy I do. And I would never tell you to do this in the bear market, but because we have the luxury of the bull market, I do think this is one of the best strategies to do. 2 to 3 to 5x leverage, layer into the market every 5 to 6 to 10% drops, and just wait it out. We did this in the last dip. If you've been here, remember, we're doing this dip as well. So very simply, make sure you do not get liquidated, and make sure that you layer into your positions. Follow Fefe on X. Thanks for linking my profile as well. It looks good. Oh, didn't you write the comment? I was it must have been you did. Oh, there on the comment. Okay. Market is reversing. Can be. What is your opinion going to 80? Can happen. Best show on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. Me too for a week already. Haha, keeping strong. Great. In Fefe Trust. Thank you so much. 40,100. Thank you so much. We started with 1,000 followers last year. This is crazy. Cause getting fired again. I don't know. Should we fire you today? Yes. Okay. Good. His, probably his. How much spot versus 3x account? It depends on you, bro. It depends on you. Honestly, if I had little money, if I had like $1,000, I would not even do anything with spot. I'll tell you the truth, because you're probably gonna make like 100% on it. With leverage, if you take the right coins and you are able to be in the market, you can make better. Great show. Nice haircut. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Long Popcat, why any of these balance not come yet? Bruh, because it's the bull market. It happens. Please review grass. I reviewed. Love grass. I'm going to look at token as well. Brilliant. Love your show. Thank you. Stop firing cuz. No, Vito, I'm not going to stop firing cuz. I'm buying 𝗙𝗡𝗙 on this dip. I loaded up on 𝗙𝗡𝗙 massively. Massively. All right, guys. Please like the show. We have 300 likes and 1,000 people watching. Get ready. I think we're going to get a blast off here. I think it's going to be like a face-melting fucking bounce. And then we'll see it there, guys. If you want a great exchange to trade on, VX, you know, we have the privilege to work with insane partners and bring you insane deals. One of the deals that I love is that you can come on here. You have VX. One of the things is that you get a bunch of benefits by signing up and KYC. If you want, it's non-KYC, by the way, so you can simply, you know, trade without doing KYC. But if you KYC, you get $5. If you do first deposit without KYC, $10, whatever. So you can check this out. But the best thing is that they have no fees on market orders. So that means that if you sign up using my link in the description and you take a limit order, on fees the past 2 months. So if you want to take limit orders, there's 0 fees on VX. Check them out. And if you want to get a 20% deposit bonus, you can go on to Bitfinex. Now, this is one of the best deals I can bring you when it comes to getting free cash, because literally what you have to do is to sign up, deposit $1,000 and get back $200 that you can trade with. So you always talk about why and how this Bitfinex, first of all, an incredible exchange as well. Everybody will like something different. This is why I'm telling you, try VX, try Bitfinex, try all the partners that we work with. I personally tried and used all of these platforms. So, and again, is the bull market. Use the fact that we can get you deals like with Bitfinex, 20% deposit bonus, like with VX, where you can trade without any fees if you do limit orders. Do that. All right, let's go into Bitcoin, because I think that's important to look at. Oh, look at it. Look. And then we're gonna look at some tokens as well. Bitcoin, same scenario. The only thing is it didn't break below. I don't like the liquidity here. So I can still see coming out us down to 87,000. If I go into the daily, looking at 78,000, like that's literally the lowest point. Like we're definitely not going below sub 70. And I know it sounds scary, like another 30% drop here. It's not unheard of in the bull market. Can happen, but I don't think. I genuinely think what's gonna happen is the lowest we go is like 85,000 and reverse from there, and then we'll just see. But I think this is the lowest we are going most likely. Let's look at some of the tokens here, and then we're going to do some token analysis as well. Bitcoin dominance is still rejecting, so I do like, this is what it's called. Okay, I'm going to talk about this. This is what it's called. This is what liquidity built up is called. So the fact that it breaks below previous structures on the daily, look at this clear structure break. The Bitcoin dominance is never going, not never, but it's not going above 61%. Mark my words. I love Ben Cowan. Shout out to Ben Cowan. It's not going above 62,000. If it does, I'm going to drink water. Okay, so this is how dominance looks. This is a trend line. It's building up liquidity, might climb up a little higher, retest this region. Nuke, alt season is up on us. Don't believe whatever anybody else is saying. Let's look at something else. Ethereum. So I am in an Ethereum long. Why? Because on this daily, we had a massive push and then a decent retest here. I do think that the low is 3,100 on ETH. I don't think we go any much lower. And ETH has always outperformed in the beginning of the year. If you look at Solana, incredible buy at 197, but I don't like the fact that it is building up a trendline liquidity. If the market decides to puke, Solana can go all the way down. I would not be surprised to see Solana at 150-ish, especially with AI agents gaining mind share and memes losing. I would not be surprised to see Solana at 150-ish dollars. So I would wait a little bit to see how this whole thing shakes out. BNB, I like it. Again, trendline liquidity all the way down 500-ish. Would be the target. I would not buy BNB here at all-time highs, basically. Doge, I like the fact that the Department of Government Efficiency is coming very soon. Came back 50 on the daily. Looks very good for me. The lowest point Doge goes is 26 cents. So I would start layering into Doge, definitely. Sui, honestly, I'm buying a little bit of Sui here. but I'm going to close out my positions if it closes below the 3.95. 𝗬𝗎 has been rocketing. There's no pullback. There's not really, we don't really know shit is happening. So I think 𝗬𝗎 is a good buy. I think it's a layer in, but if we close below the 3.9, I'm probably just going to close all my positions because on 𝗬𝗎, because it is going to go much, much, much lower. Let's look at some community charts, and then we're going to look at some random news. Sound poor. I don't know what that means. Your sound is breaking out. Is it possible that my sound is breaking out? Is it YouTube? Refresh, refresh, refresh. Dang, show audio is messed up. Refresh, it's YouTube, it's YouTube. Look at the 15-minute chart. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart looks fine. Looks fine. There is nothing yet. Built up liquidity, but it's gonna skyrocket. I'm telling you, today is pump day. I'm a fortune teller now. It's layering time. It is. H bar. Let's look at the H bar. So I don't like this either. Look at this. It pumps. I mean, no. It looks okay, but it has to come down 50. So like it has to come down. Oh, it did come down. Not bad. It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. Potentially it can come down to the 21 cent region. Let me see what it does. On the 4-hour liquidity, I don't like this trend line liquidity. I mean, possibly the 23 is the bottom. You can load up here if you want. You can take a gamble on this, especially if the market starts going. But I think there are better trades. I think there are better trades than this, than buying it up here. But it could happen. It could happen. What does that mean? Does this bother you?
Yeah.
Rand did this to me. Refresh page worked actually. I know it's not on our side. Let's go Brett, and then I'm going to look at some random news as well. Good. Brett is a good buy. Good buy. This is a nice looking chart. If we think that memes are going to come back, this is a good looking chart. Look for a 15-minute market structure shift, and then we're longing. Oh, and it's clear. Look at this. So if Brett goes above... If Brett goes above 12.8, 0.128, I'm going to take a massive long position. Massive long position. First entry, if it comes back 50, second entry. Okay, if this is the stand now, but tomorrow we're going to look at it again. This is what I'm looking at market structure, after market structure shift. I do think this will look good. All right, let's go and talk about some random news, because we got some random news. First of all, I truly appreciate the 40,000 followers, guys. I'm beyond, it's crazy. Like it's I never say it's unbelievable, because you have to believe everything and manifest it. And if you believe it and you see it, it doesn't matter how long, but it will come true. But the fact that we started off with 1,000 followers last year, January, February, August, like less than a year ago, or maybe a little bit more than a year ago. And now we're sitting at 40, that's 40x. That's not bad. So, and it is possible because of you guys, and I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you being here. You know I'm there on Christmas Eve. You know I'm there on New Year's Eve. You know I'm giving my heart and soul to this community on X, on here. So I appreciate it. And if you are not one of the followers, then do it. Follow and turn on notifications, because I'm sharing you the alpha that will change your game in crypto, and I believe your life as well. Now, let me just, I see that a lot of people actually are here from the very beginning as well. I wanted to tell you one more thing, guys. We do have an incredible partner, NordVPN. The fact that people still don't use a VPN today is a problem. So again, very important that, yes, they are partners on the channel, but without this, you need a VPN. It's not a question. We're getting into the bull market, and I'm very, very serious about this, because we're launching the intro to crypto school as well, and people don't know. If you're new to crypto, please get yourself a VPN. It's not a question of if, it's a question of you have to, okay? And if you believe what I say, or if you want to use what I use, we at Banter use NordVPN. I've used NordVPN before. They became our partners on the channel. But I love NordVPN. They have a bunch of cool features. Threat protection. That means if you click on the link, they will notify you that it's a phishing link. Double VPNs and SIM cards and like a lot of cool stuff. You can mask your location. You can protect yourself against phishing links. Anyway, there's a link in the description. Please check them out. And if you decide to go with NordVPN, I'd appreciate if you use my link. But it's absolutely crucial. Please promise me that you are going to use a VPN, because it's absolutely essential to use a VPN if you are in crypto. FTX repayment have begun. Users are getting the option to use Kraken or BitGo. $13 billion will be repaid over the next 30 to 60 days. Absolutely insane. Now, everybody's saying that, oh, it's going to go into crypto. No, it's not going to go into crypto, okay? We don't know. If you ask me, if I had money on FTX and I got rugged, I don't know if I want to like deploy all my capital back into crypto 10x higher. But yes, probably some portion of this is going to go, but it can also flip. It can also be a very bad thing where people think, all this is going to go into crypto and then they realize that it's not. So we've got to pay attention to that. Corporate bankruptcies rise to highest levels since the aftermath of the global financial crisis. Now that's a problem because if you look at 2008, we're almost at the level of 2008-10 aftermath, which is a problem for a couple of reasons. One, I do believe there is a massive crash coming. I do believe that we have another big run, and then we're going to have a 2-year-long. I'm not sure if we're going to have a black swan, but there will be a massive, massive crash, and we have to allocate ourselves. I'm obviously going to update you on everything I do, but in general, it is coming. And the fact that we see these warning signs, these are the signs that you can look at later and be like, fuck, how did we not notice the fact that corporate bankruptcies, companies going out of business, are almost at the level of 2009, 8, 10, and is the highest since the financial crisis. So we see a lot of these numbers going up, yeah, just something to note here. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗚, Mindfulness City, pioneers adoption of Bitcoin, ETH, and BNB. They're going to use BNB, BTC, and ETH as reserves, national reserves. The crazy thing about this is that we talked about 12 months ago about BNB being a dead coin and everybody's calling for the end, and now it is national reserve. Only in crypto this can happen. Guys, I think this is it. I truly, truly appreciate you. Every single one of you. I don't take any of this for granted. Please come back tomorrow. We're going to do a massive show as well. I do believe there is going to be a rally coming very, very soon. The only thing I can do is, because I can't come back live here, is to update you on X. So, of course, I would like you to follow and be a part of this journey, but I dedicated my entire life to helping you make money in crypto and actually make it through instead of getting liquidated, instead of getting chopped. So if that sounds something that you want to participate in, make sure to follow and turn on the notifications. And of course, subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, because I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to come back here today. We're going to have Ren on. We're going to have Kyle on. We're going to have the whole crew on. So truly, truly appreciate you. Stay level-headed. Do not get liquidated. Check out these videos. Click here to subscribe if you're rewatching, and make sure to come back tomorrow. Truly appreciate you again. Thank you so much for watching, and I believe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.